Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS Live from Daytona. Garrett Jennings up here in the booth bringing the action for tonight. Warm-ups about to be completed here momentarily. Just over a minute remaining before we get set for the main event. MMS donators tonight. Sean Corbett already practicing. Right now, Corbett, Stewart, Tim White, Max Danda, the only ones who have put down a lap in warm-up so far. Alright. Starting lineup for tonight's 45 lap main event goes as followed. Nathan Harper, Cutting Eagles, row 1. Landon Veliky, Matthew Lieber roll off row 2. Row 3, Justin Mellicard, Jackson Buys. Jack Shack occupying the top 3 rows. Steve Sizemore, Hunter Hastings. That'll be row 4. Row 5 to top 10, Jeff Merck, Chase Mastretta. James Warren, Sean Corbett, row 6. Matthew Patton, row Dan Adele, roll off row 7. Dustin Cohen, Ricky Stewart, row 8. Austin Sales, Tim White, that will be row 9. Dylan Jones, Dan Eberhardt, both drivers mired deep in the field, row 10. Kevin McCullough, Joshua McCullough, father-son duo will roll off row 11. John Ward, row 12. Of course, I don't count in all this. And that'll be it. Ward will be rolling off shotgun of the field. Be in the very back. Do not expect drivers in the back like Joshua McCullough, Eberhardt, Dylan Jones, Ward to be in the back for very long. Right now, still getting set to go right now. I do not know, double checking. Nope. John Ward did not take the start for the race tonight, so right now as it stands, Kenneth McCullough and Joshua McCullough will round out the field. Alright. Harper and Eagles brings us down 45 laps from Daytona. Down back straight away, Cody and Eagles. Down to the bottom of the racetrack, he'll cover Nathan Harper, Matthew Lee, Jackson Byers, Hunter Hastings, Max Danda. Left on the outside lane. As the field works off of turn 4 and Eagles to the top side of the track. It's going to allow Harper the inside run at the line. Give it to Cody and Eagles barely. Now Matthew Lee going to work that outside lane. Going to get a run. Eagles with a shot back to, or Harper with a shot to Eagles by mistake. The field works down the back straightaway yet again. All right, now Jackson Byers across the line. He'll lead lap 2. Then we get around Cody and Eagles right now, side by side for about, give or take 7-8 rows deep. Right now, everybody's trying to get a feel for the racetrack. Track 10 right now, 67 degrees. It's going to be hard to get that middle lane to kind of form up a run. As Eagles working in lane control very nicely. Going to allow Harper right back to the bottom again. Harper wants to lead a lap tonight at the line. Give it to Eagles again. You can expect the middle lane to maybe work good. That's what it is right now with the Eagles pulling it. Byers right behind him. You expect the middle lane to more or less work out for you. It's going to be that third lane where you're going to need a lot of help or a lot of big pushes. Jeff Merck, fast lap in the race, 45.033. Hunter Hastings runs Danda up the racetrack. Danda going to be the odd man out in this. 41 to go. Next time by, Danda hung out to dry. Nobody offering to go to that middle lane. Austin thought about it. He'll drop right back down to the middle, and Danda will go from a top 5 all the way down to about 21st, 22nd. Meanwhile, Jackson Byers stored up the outside. Jeff Merton pushing Byers for the moment. Harper, Miller, Carr, Sean Corbett join him on the bottom lane. Right now, Eagles holding that middle lane at bay. Here comes the third lane. And I'm kind of surprised to see drivers trying to start it a little bit early. Daniel Everhart up the outside lane. And you see quickly third lane. Oh, Austin Sales in the back. Through the grass. No caution. Black flag for his troubles. We'll see what happened. Stuck in the middle of 3 wide. The 12 got him. Matthew Patton into the 3. Big time impact into the wall for Austin Sales. Night done already. Unless there's a caution right now. Cody Eagles maintaining the lane control and maintaining control of this race. Batting down to the bottom. Going to come across the line. He'll lead his 5th lap of the race tonight. Spoke too soon. Matthew Lee, top of the board. Remember I mentioned Ken McCall would be up there. Would be one of them not waiting too long. At the back with McCullough up to the 4th spot. Maybe want the lead. Gonna push Hunter Hastings out to the lead. Hastings takes the lead down the back straightaway. Oh, and tries a block. Kenny saves it. Woo. Well, Hastings would take the lead as they enter turn 3 still, but it was close up being gone. Well, right now, McCullough's going to hold that outside lane. Eberhardt pushing him. Landon Veliky up there in the mix along with Chase Mastrada, 2 Jack Shack drivers going for it. Veliky in the 99, not the 62 tonight. But down the back straightaway. Leader, founder of MMS, Ken McCullough. To the top of the boards. 3 wide further back, Jeff Merck, former MMS race driver in his own right. Trying for that outside lane. The field works off. Turn 4, Merck in the wall. There goes Patton. Another car hard into the wall, joined by another. Harper. No caution yet. Dylan Jones to the grass. There's the caution. Steve Sizemore. Big damage to Sizemore machine in the newest paint job, the MMS McCullough Money Racing machine. And it is already tore up. Go back and look at it from the blimp camera. Ooh. Rewind it. They get put 3 wide. And for 9 angle, looks like Mastrada runs Merck into the wall. So you can't get another look at it. Let's see, right here, I can tell the story. Yep. Strutta comes up. Hard to say that was a misjudge or just a mistake. Everybody else is collateral damage. Merck comes off the wall. Probably has the steering severely damaged in that 60 machine. Patton and Sizemore. Just victim of circumstances. Right on board with Jeff Merck through this. Steve Sizemore's on board. Last but not least, Nathan Harper. Harper's going to go through the grass, try to avoid all of this. He'll have a good shot at it. Dan Eberhardt, Chase Mastrada. One of the ones that wins the race off of pit road. Eberhardt, Mastrada, Matt Lee, Max Dean, and Jackson Byes, top 5 off of pit road. Eberhardt's going to come back in this time. A couple others. With Reed Rackett, Chase Mastretta, Matt Lee, Max Denton, Justin Millicard, Nathan Harper, your top 5. Sean Corbett, Ricky Stewart, Dustin Cohen, Tim White, Matthew Patton will be the top 10. Bat running Mastretta. What a hell of a jump, Daniels. Matthew Lee still side by side. Mastretta up to the outside lane. 32 to go next time by. Matt Lee down to the bottom. Dan almost comes in contact with Millicard. Able to save it for the moment. Right now, field almost getting turned out of shape. Mastretta shuffled out of line. And up to the top spot. Right now, Danda Harper. Oh, we got one around Sizemore. In turn 3, spins in the grass. Jackson buys with him. Sizemore gonna call it a night. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Sizemore came down, contact with McCullough into the wall. Caution is out. We got more incidents. Joshua McCullough has made contact. Or it's gone around. Matthew Patton meatball flag. I'm going to rewind that one, see what we see. Millicard goes for a gap, closed up on him, and around he goes. Lane Veliki gets a piece of this. There's where Patton gets his damage. The fast pair coming up for Matthew Patton. Right now, Max Daniel leads with 30 laps to go over Matthew Lee, Nathan Harper, Sean Corbett, Ricky Stewart, who has entered the top five. Right now, as the field gets set for the restart, and they're going to keep the lights on the pace car on one more time. Veliky by Jeff Burt, Matthew Patton, Joshua Kim McCullough in the pits this time. Austin Sale will get his lap back. Be back on the lead lap right now. Wait to see if Steve Sizemore is going to call it a night. Well, we got a moment of the action. Visit the lap leaders so far tonight. Cody Nichols left 5, Dan Kim McCullough, Matt Lee, Chase Mastretta, Jackson Vise, Daniel Eberhardt. Right now they run 12th, 1st, 20th, 2nd, 7th, 17th, and 9th in that order. Biggest gainers after this restart. Max Daniel up 13 from where he started tonight. Tim White up 12. Ricky Stewart, Daniel Eberhardt, Dylan Jones, all three of them up 10. Alright. To re-rack it. Max Dana, Matthew Lee, first and second. Harper, Corbett, Tim White, your top five. Stewart, Millicar, Mastretta. Dylan Jones, Dale Eberhardt, your top 10. Alright, we're rolling. Contact between the top two to keep it straight. Dana able to get out to the jumps. Going to stay on the bottom lane. Lee going to try to get up on the outside lane. Not there yet. Corbett trying to get locked up to his back bumper. Corbett dives to the bottom. 26 laps to go. Next time by. Outside lane. Here comes McCullough. Matthew Patton trying to get that third lane rolling. Eberhardt goes up with him. Middle lane, however, with the numbers, but almost coming apart. Here comes Matthew Lee with Millicar up the outside. Oh, the wrecking big in the back. Hastings in the wall. James wearing into the wall. Austin Sales hit on in this one. Ricky Stewart. Kevin McCullough to the grass. Good grief. Meanwhile, Sean Corbett. Alright, hold on. One thing at a time. First off, what in the world's happened off of turn 4? Hastings and Stewart come together. Bam! Waring nowhere he could go. McCullough gets a piece of this. Ricky Stewart into the wall, as is James Waring. Really look at this here. Rewind it all the way back. Gonna try to watch here and see. Everybody's 3 wide, pushing it, trying to get everything they can out of it. Looks like the one actually does slide up into the 44. And from there, it is on. Waring into the wall. Hastings gonna get back into Stewart. Stewart into Waring. Jeff Merck in this one as well, just out the corner of the screen. Hunter Hastings on board. Jeff Merck gonna fall right in Jeff's lap. Kevin McCullough, the MMS cam. Last onboard we're going to take James Waring. Ware's going to come back in, get a little bit more repairs done on that Dega Pro machine. That's it. Still Max Danda out front. Matt Lee, Nathan Harper, Justin Millicar, Matthew Patton in the top 5. Dylan Jones, Sean Corbett, Joshua McCullough, Cody Nichols, Daniel Eberhardt, your top 10. We're rolling. 23 laps to go. Down the back straight away, few drivers actually separated from this main pack, Merck and others. Right now, at the front, Dylan Jones to the top spot. Here comes Eberhardt trying to form up the outside lane. McCullough's going to push Dylan Jones. He'll lead his first lap of the race tonight. Right now, McCullough up to the point for the moment. Able to get clear. Eberhardt with a hell of a push over turn 2. Down and back straight away. 21 to go next time by. Drivers already starting to get antsy. Pushing hard. Aggression starting to pick up. Right now, Eberhardt's going to lead his first lap of the race tonight, actually his second. Led earlier in the event, not heard much of him since. Here comes Estrada, going to make his way up the outside. Middle, rather. Get it right in a minute. Right now, Joshua McCullough is going to be the odd man out of this equation. He'll get hooked up with Harper on the bottom. Landon Velicky from the top floor to the basement. As Eberhardt leads into turn number 3, getting pushed by his teammate, Cody Nichols. Right now, Nichols back to the top spot. Cody led earlier in this event, however, kind of hung out in the back for the majority of it. Here comes Mastretta diving it to the bottom. Going to bring White with him. 3 by 3 by 3. They brought this pack all back together. And right now, at the stripe, Everhart's going to try to lead it. Not going to be able to get there. Tim White throws his name up on the lap leaders board. And now from high above. Well, that leaders board getting bigger and bigger. As the field works down the back straightaway, Max Daniels led the most so far right now, running in 8th. Well, Everhart's going to lead 18 laps to go for the World Center of Racing. And they are still 3 by 3. Right now, Max Dean right back to the top spot. Everhart's drops to the middle lane. Dylan Jones getting pushed by Nichols Velikey. Nathan Harper, Justin Miller in that third lane. Jones now drops to the middle lane. Going to try to get the push from Everhart. Here comes Max Dana right back to the bottom. Getting pushed by Tim White. Off of 4. Dana contact was straight into the wall. And the field flies apart off of 4 again. Oh, and Cody Nichols gets hit by Harper at the last minute. Hastings in this. Chase Mastrutta in the grass. Landon Velikey involved in this one. Go look out for Chase Mastrutta. We're going to come off of 4. Then makes contact with Jones right there, and Mastrutta comes up into Cody, and away the field flies. Right there. Dana gets into Jones there at the same time. Mastrutta and Cody Nichols come together, and like ducks in a pond after being shot at, they all fly in different directions. And the field flies apart. Jeff Merck's Night from Hell continues. Involved in this one, wearing as well. Getting McCullough evasive action through pit road. Nathan Harper, piece of this, saw him slap in front of Nichols earlier. Right on board with Nathan Harper. Good grief. Cody Nichols. We still got several onboards to go through. Jeff Merck. So it's been a night from hell for Jeff Merck. Gonna be one he's gonna be ready to forget. Right on board with him through this. Last but not least, Jack Shack on board with Landon Velicky. Another one then. Had a rough night. Right now to re-rack the top 10, Dylan Jones, Daniel Everhart, Max Dana, Tim White, Jackson Byes, your top 5. Dustin Cohen, Matthew Patton, Sean Corbett, Ricky Stewart, Justin Millicar back inside the top 10. Right now, Dylan Jones with a great restart right now. 13 to go. Next time by. Jackson Byes trying to get clear for third. Dana's going to slide back to the 4th spot, possibly the 5th spot. Right now, off of 4, which has been Calamity Corner again. Patton adjusts up between Millicar. Jones will lead at the line. Everhart and Byes still the top 3. 3 by 3. Really just 3 as Josh McCullough's odd man out in the middle lane slides back outside the top 5. Caution again. Oh well. Ken McCullough. Another one of them drivers who are having a rough night. Well, see what happened to Kenneth. Take another look. David Stewart come together, Matt Lee, Hunter Hastings all involved in this one. Well, probably going to be restarting with 9 to go. Well, been a very eventful night so far tonight. A race recap right now. Dylan Jones, your leader, 5th caution of the night. Right now going on 14 laps. 12 official lead changes, however. Kind of helps even out them cautions to a degree. Lap leaders to go even more in depth as updated yet again. Right now, Dylan Jones, Max Standard tie for the most laps. Eagles at 6. Eberhart and McCullough 3. Matt Lee, Chester Strode, Tim White, Matthew Patton, Jackson buys. And still the biggest gainers after this pit stop. Eberhart and Dylan Jones 1 and 2. Up 18. White still up 13. Patton and Joshua McCullough up 10. Alright. To re-rack it one more time. Dylan Jones, Daniel Eberhart, Matthew Patton in the top 3. Jackson buys Max Standard rounds out your top 5. Tim White, Sean Corbin, Justin Millicar, Austin Sales, Night from Hell. Right now trending back to a better note. Restarts 9th. Nathan Harper will be 10th. As the field gets ready, off of 4 yet again. We're rolling. 9 laps to go. Crazy night. Right now, Jones back up to the top spot. Going to find Eberhart. It's going to find Buys. Here comes Dan on the outside lane. Patton stuck on the bottom with Tim White. Justin Millicar as well. Austin Sales going to try something up on the bottom lane. Not going to be able to get there. Here comes Justin Millicar. Up the middle. Position changing left, right, and center as they enter turn 3 yet again. Caution. Chase Mastretta. Involved, I believe, in this one. Hunter Hastings. Possibly. Ken McCullough. Possibly. Back and see what happened yet again. Two of the Jack Shack guys coming together. Landon Velikey getting a piece of this. Look at here. 4 wide at one point. Bam. Well, bit of war tonight. Right now. Been a rough night tonight. Right now, Landon Velikey, Matthew Patton, Chase Mastretta, Steve Sizemore. Right now, done for the night. Velikey still has the fast repair. Patton, however, on pit road, his fast repair is done and gone. Mastretta's is done and gone, as is Sizemore's. Right now it'll be 5 to go. When they take the restart, Dylan Jones, Earnhardt, Jackson Bynes, Sean Corbett, my mistake, your top 5. Joshua McCullough, James Ware, Nathan Harper, Jeff Mertz, Matt Lee will be the top 10. Overtime? Very possible. Alright. Jones, Everhart, we're rolling again. 5 to go. Down the back straight away. Contact made again. Everybody jostles for position, trying to figure out which lane they want to be in. Right now it is Danda on the outside lane with the McCulloughs right behind him. Third, James Ware and Matthew Patton into the mix for that outside lane. Falling fast. Down the front straight away. Here comes Corbett. Right back. Oh, wearing into the wall. They save it. No, they don't. Patton hard into the wall this time. For Pete's sake. Matthew Patton's night from hell will end more likely tonight. Same, yep, Patton's night's done. James Ware's night will be done as well. There's been another wreck. Nah, just that front end completely done on that machine. Matthew Lee and Ware coming together. Man, vicious hit from Matthew Patton. Good grief. Well, we're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. And Austin Sales at the top of the boards. Landon Velicky right back in this, as is McCullough. Still going to go back around one more time. We'll get 3 attempts out of green, white checker. Alright. First attempt. Green, white, checkered. And what a night it's been. Austin Sale, right now the leader. Landon Veliky second, 10 white. Josh McCullough, Jeff Mert the top 5. Matthew Lee, Kim McCullough. Max Stanton, Hunter Hastings, Justin Millicar. Your top 10. It's going to be fun. It's going to be intense. This is it for all the marbles. Green, white, checker, number 1. We're rolling. They make it off of turn 4. We have a race. Millicar already taking it 3 wide. Nobody goes with him. They work down the back straight away. Eberhart jumps out of line. Corbett out of line. They blend right back in. Landon Veliky been involved in almost every wreck, except maybe 1 or 2 tonight, with a chance to make a little bit of money. Off of 4, we'll have a race. McCullough loose to the outside. Austin will take the white flag. But Joshua McCullough is going to try to lead him in turn number 1. Right now, down the back straightaway. Oh, Austin gets turned. Hard into the wall. And upside down. Joshua McCullough will lead him in turn number 3. 1 mile from home. 1, they're wrecking in the back again. Jackson buys. Stewart hard into the wall. Off of 4. It's going to be McCullough. Veliky at the stripe. Joshua McCullough to victory lane. 10 white, Matthew Lee comes home in the top 5, or top 3 rather. Veliky, Kenny McCullough, your top 5. I'll get it out here in a minute. Good grief almighty. Jeff Mert 6, Eberhart, Danda, Cohen, and Hunter Hastings, your top 10. Oh, yeah? Joshua McCullough returned to victory lane and a return to victory lane at Daytona. Landon Veliky, after the night he's had, will come home for. Get McCullough another one. It was a rough night for McCullough. Able to come home in the 5th spot. Joshua McCullough, what a hell of a night. You got a copy, buddy?
I gotcha.
You sound like you out of breath.
Yeah, a little bit.
Take us to the night. Wild night, to say the least. But for the 05, able to survive everything for the most part. How would you assess the night, and ultimately how does it feel to return to victory lane at Daytona?
It was definitely a rough race tonight. I pretty much got caught up in every single wreck there was. I had to take my fast repair, I think, on lap 14, and after that, I got caught up in another wreck, and I'm pretty sure I got a minute 48 and damage, and I got all that fixed, and then ended up getting a little bit more damage. So I was pretty worried about getting back up there, and coming to the end right there. Shout out to Tim White pushing me and getting me to win. I can't believe he was right there in that spot.
My buddy, overtime finish, of course. Had to go through a lot tonight. How do these? Is it just one of these things? The overtime really can play into anybody's hand, right place, right time, or is it a little bit more about positioning throughout the whole race to try to be in a position to have a chance in case it goes to overtime?
And it takes a lot of skill to be up there, but once it hits that white flag, it's mostly luck.
My buddy, hell of a job tonight to say the least. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
I want to give a big shout out to Tim. Hell of a push coming to the end right there. Thanks for helping me get the win. Shout out to you for doing the broadcast. And shout out to McCullough Motorsports.
All right, buddy. When it was all said and done, Joshua McCullough returns to victory lane at Daytona. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Plenty of finishers for tonight. Tim White up next if he's available. Does not appear to be. Get Matthew Lee up here in the booth. Matthew Lee, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, guys.
Well, hell of a night. Hell of a
It was
night.
eventful.
It was a hell of a night for everybody, yourself included. Take me through pretty much the whole race from your standpoint, and then the green-white checkered. What more did you need?
I I don't know what more I needed right there or could have even done. Like, just in a box trying to get all we could. It's pretty tight. Side draft on us was tight. Like, it just, yeah, couldn't get any real momentum going forward. Job once Josh got up.
Well, 3 wide, obviously the name tonight. I will ask, how difficult is it to run 3 wide? Of course, for me, it's a very impossible task because I don't do this every night. But how difficult is it to try to run 3 wide? Ain't near as big as what Talladega is. 3 wide is normally not a problem at Talladega. But what makes this track stand out that 3 wide can just be, it can be done, but in the same time it can be extremely difficult to be done. Just what makes this track that way?
It's a lot tighter for one thing. And, you know, guys just, I don't know, get over aggressive, start bumping into each other when they're fifth in line and another guy's trying to decide to make a move. It's just a lot of moving pieces on quite a lot less real estate.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job for the 04 tonight. Last question I got for I let you head out of here. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, just guys in Discord. That was a real up and down race. You guys doing the broadcast, Kenny for putting these on. About it, bud.
All right, buddy. Well, it's all said and done after an eventful night. Matthew Lee will come home in the 3rd spot tonight. Appreciate your time. A hell of a job, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Yep. Tim White, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast. I'll be damn, I ain't talked to you in forever.
Well, I'll be damned. How are you, buddy?
I can't say what I want to say on the broadcast. Ain't worth the you know what sometimes. But we're here tonight. Very
Right on, brother.
very eventful night for everybody, but up there when it mattered the most, what more did you need on that last lap, or were you committed to Joshua McCullough from right then?
Oh, right at that moment, I knew he was going to go down right there, and I followed as soon as he dropped. It's like, yeah, I gotta get behind him and get a top three here. And sure enough, as soon as he moved, I moved, and we were inside. It was good to get a push him to the win there. That was good for Josh. And hey, second place ain't bad.
Well, buddy, I would say most of the time when you look at MMS, high gear racing, PGR often, we're normally at Talladega. Do you feel like with the money racing being used more for Talladega, obviously the PGR 500, all these 500-mile events, I'm pretty sure everybody was tired of this place, but other than
You
that,
know, I actually go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, do you feel like whenever we run Talladega, a lot of times then we switch up and come back to Daytona, does it take drivers out of their comfort zone a little bit?
I don't think so. There isn't a whole lot of difference between the two tracks other than where the finish line is located. Talladega's a little bigger, a little wider, but I personally run better at Daytona. But either way, I mean, it's a little bit different because it's a little narrower at Daytona, but the intensity is still the same. The aggressiveness is still the same, and I think people get a little more aggressive at Daytona than they do at Talladega.
More prestige at this track, even though it is the virtual version of it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job for Tim White tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Well, first, thank my wife for putting up with my crap doing this shit. Sorry. Thanks to you for broadcasting. Thanks to MMS for putting these things on. And, thanks to everybody else that watches and supports this. It's a really cool thing, and I'm starting to enjoy it again. Sorry.
Well, hell of a job tonight. Walk out of here with a little bit of money. Tim White will come home second tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Last but definitely not least in this equation, let's see, can get driver to 62 / the 99 in here. Landon Velicky, your night from hell will end with a little bit of money in your pocket. Take me through the night.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean, geez. Yeah, that was a rough one. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. I mean, that was like the first time I've caused a wreck in any money race in months, too. So,
Well, you're
that I had that
semi-retired.
into. And, yeah, but I don't know what I was doing there. I just wanted to turn myself, I guess, and cause a wreck. But anyway, I had 4 minutes of wheel damage. Literally just wheel damage. No body work, nothing. Whenever Josh got turned, whenever that was, like in the first half of the race, and so I was just fixing that. I still had speed because it was all in the wheel. It wasn't anything crazy. Then I got wrecked again, which added, I had it down to like 40 seconds, and put it back up to 2 minutes. So then I fixed all of that, fixed it all again, then wanted to wreck myself, apparently, which added another minute and a half. Fixed all of that, and then somehow missed that sport ender that happened on the front stretch with Dylan and all them. Come out second behind Austin Sale. And I'm like, there's no way, right? And then I have the race absolutely won in turn 3 when Josh goes down to the bottom. It was like, oh, it's over. I got Merck behind me. I got a solid line behind me. And then Max Dindo went to the third and completely killed me and Merck's run and let the bottom roll all the way, which I get why he did it. he's not in a cash spot. He's trying to get up and make something happen, but it just completely boned me and Mert. But it's racing. It happens. I'm happy for Josh winning. He pushed me to third in the race prior to this, so I ain't mad. I'm just happy to come back and at least get something out of it.
Well, it's Daytona for a reason. The intensity off the chart. Really, how hard is it just to be able to be like after the first 3 or 4 wrecks? God almighty, man. I don't know how much more of this I can take, and then to be able to rally back, no fast repair, might I add, and come home with a 4th place run. How much did this take out of Leighton Velicky for the night?
Nothing, to be honest, because I've been doing this for long enough. I know that you are never out of it. Like you are absolutely never out of it, and I know like 4th, it's 4th. Okay, whatever. That's not that crazy. It's still a cash spot, but when you are able to go through a bunch of wrecks and you got to keep fixing your damage, and then you just keep getting screwed left and right, to end up with that, you're happy at the end of the day, even if you don't win. That's why I'm as happy as ever right now, just to at least come away with something. Yeah, well, wait, hold on. What? Oh, you had me thinking that was tonight.
No.
Scared me for a
No, I don't work.
second. Those are their own little thing, but sometimes. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, there's been a race. I remember one time we had a race. I don't know, last year sometime, where I was 29th coming out of turn 2 on the last lap, and I finished 3rd. So I don't remember what series that was, but everyone wrecks, and you're just in the right spot. You're never out of these, so it gets annoying for sure because you just kind of want to go up there and race, and you get tired of having to go to the back, the front, back, the front, back, the front. But still, either way, I'm happy.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight out of 62 team for Jack Shack. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out Jack Shack. Of course, it was Nathan and Justin and Chase tonight. And the paint scheme, too. It was a total accident for that to be on the car, but it's one of my very good friends, Landon Tilley, painted that for himself. And it was on the car, and it looked really good, and I totally forgot it was there, but gave it a good run at least. Shout out to him, I guess, for the paint scheme. Shout out to you for broadcasting, and Kenny for putting the race up. Shout out Mom and Dad, too, for tuning in. Something actually good came out of it tonight. So, I'm sure they're happy about that. And I guess that's about it.
And it's still hashtag free Trev, huh?
Oh, always. That will forever be a thing until he comes back.
Well, he'll be back He'll be back here. Annoy him long enough, they'll bring him back.
Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah, really. Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Leighton Velicky will come home in the 4th spot. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep. Final results go as followed. After a long 45-lap main event, Joshua McCullough back to victory lane. Tim White, Matthew Lee, Landon Velicky, Kevin McCullough, your top 5. Jeff Merck, Daniel Eberhardt, Max Denton, Dustin Cohen, Hunter Hastings, your top 10. Cody Nichols, Dylan Jones, Justin Millicart, Nathan Harper, Sean Corbett, Austin Sale, Ricky Stewart, Jackson Byes will settle for the top 18. James Warren, 19th. Matthew Patton, Chase Mastrutta, Steve Sizemore rounds out the field of 22 cars tonight. With that being said, hell of a night tonight to say the least. And I will see everybody tomorrow night for High Gear Racing. Until then, take it easy and have a good night.